Roundtable, we bring you the stories of the forgotten or unsung greats of the genre. It's a lane created by us. Welcome to LDTV.
LDTV is the only place you can find 60-minute tribute documentaries to various urban legends. And we are not making money off them. We give back to them for what they have given us. In every walk of life, there are unsung legends who deserve honor. Real stories matter.
I think that 80s, early 90s era might have been the hardest era to come up in as a little bit. As anything, streets trying to do anything because there was no beliefs for nothing. Remember, everybody was doing bad.
Washington City Council member John Ray says the drug crisis won't change.
Oh, yo.
This is what happens when you make fake TV. I want it all.
Love, sex. Let me bail before the end show up. 7 years old.
Welcome to Alexandria.
It's the Elwood VA Chronicles. It's the Elwood Show phenomenal. Yeah. DA Chronicles. Yeah. DTV logical. Yeah. Go topical. Yeah. It's the history. Someone mystery. How we gotta be in this legacy. Legendary walks to the places we know where we once go. Let it ride, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. It's Elwood rocking up. DA Chronicles. Yeah. DTV logical. Yeah. Go topical. Yeah. Let the beat ride. Let the beat ride.
All right, hey, we right on set right here with the Elwood VA Chronicles. I'm with my main man, my homie, my brother from another mother, Paul P-Funk Ward, in the building, in the place to be. And so today we're just going to be talking about, again, Alexandria and its music and the foundation of how this go-go thing kicked off. And then, Paul, actually your placement in the music. So I'm just going to ask you, man, like when you and I first, how did you meet me? How did we meet?
I was with Shady Groove. I started out when I was 13 years old with Shady Groove, and we was watching Ovation do their thing back in the day, and we was curious about what was going on with Ovation, and we was playing on buckets and things back then, watching Ovation do their thing. And we was real curious about what was going on with OV, and we wanted to start out doing things on our own. And we had a chance to watch OV.
What was the show? What was the show that you watched us at that you remember clearly? I know the one I remember.
We started watching y'all. Well, y'all played outside a couple of times around the projects, and y'all played. Used to play at this little club called the Magnus back in the day.
Yeah.
Used to be a club called the Magnus back in the days. We used to play. Y'all used to play at.
That's right.
That we used to watch y'all
on what street? Madison Street, right?
On Madison.
Yeah.
But when I started playing, I was playing trying to learn how to play the drums. I wasn't thinking about the congos back then. I was trying to play the drums. And my curiosity came in when I started watching Jungle Boogie. He came over Arlington one time and I was mesmerized.
Was it Drew?
Yeah, Drew School.
Yep.
And I was out there watching him, and I was mesmerized because he was left-handed.
Right.
And I was out there mesmerized by him. And I say congos, and I was looking at him.
Yeah.
Then I started watching Wiggles.
Jasper Bass, yeah.
Jasper.
Yeah.
And Wiggles was the one, to push it on.
You remember that word? Hey, Cheers, you remember that? Stinky had Tricky Rick name on a shirt. At the Gulf Spring, we used to party like that now. Woo! Come on. They say we too slick, too good for our own good, baby.
Wiggles was the one who ended up being my teacher.
Okay.
He was the one who ended up being my teacher.
Okay.
I followed behind him.
Mr. Wiggles in the house. Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles. Oh, Mr. Wiggles on down. Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles. Oh, Mr. Wiggles on down. Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles, got to do your thing. Mr. Wiggles, he's funky, y'all. Y'all got that 800 rock. Let me hear y'all say now, go, Wiggles. Come on now. Say it again, y'all. What y'all say? Tell them again, y'all. Go, Wiggles. Come on.
Because he had a heck of a platform, how he was doing his thing. And definitely, shout out going out to Wiggles.
Yeah.
Definitely. And but Ovation was out there before Shady Groove, and we just started, falling behind Ovation.
Right.
We had little shows here, little shows there. We had the funk going on with Shady Groove.
Right.
But we was not musically inclined.
Right. All right, now pause on that. So we're gonna hit that. But now check this out. So the original question of when you and I met, how I remember you, Paul, was distinctively, it was one point in time when we played down at Lee Rec, and it was Ovation Band, and a friend of mine passed away by the name of Bob McFadden. He was, one of the best ball players out here, played for T.C. Williams. They went to state that year. It was 80. Was that 80? That was in 80, 81, around that time. And I asked everybody to be silent
Yeah,
in
you
the
did.
place. You remember that?
I was getting ready to say that.
Okay, you go and tell the story. You got to say names, but you could go and tell the story.
I don't really vaguely remember the whole story. You
Okay.
had to brush me up on it a
Yeah,
little bit.
but I asked everybody to be quiet, and there was one dude in the audience that was making noise, and I checked him, and then you came up to me afterwards and you said, "Man, I respect you for that, man, for not letting that dude curry, the memory of our brother Bob McFadden, man.
Yeah,
Everybody remember,
Bob was something.
yeah,
And
ball player, man, cool brother." And so that's how I first remember you. And then the second time well, I knew you kind of, you was in the projects, old projects represent. And so I knew your family and stuff. But the second time was when we played with y'all at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Down at the Boys and Girls Club. So Ovation, Shady Groove opened up for Ovation Band. This is the first time I heard y'all. And I was like, man, these little Bammers is cranking up in here. And y'all was really cranking.
I was like I said, we had the funk, but we didn't have we just didn't have the music. We had the funk, we just didn't put the music together. We had the funk. We can put it in the pocket all day long,
Good.
but we just didn't have the music. We was not musically inclined at all.
The Go-Go Roundtable has created its own Hall of Fame. If you receive a call, an email, or a message from our team, it means one thing. We are honoring you for the impact you've made in your field. We lead with the name Go-Go because Go-Go is the official music of our home, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. This is about legacy. This is about culture. This is about giving people their flowers while they can still smell them. Our 60-minute tribute documentaries are pro bono. No cost, no agenda, just respect. Be legendary. Real stories matter. One race.
Well, let's go there. So what to you, what made y'all special? Now, this is before I got involved, but what did you feel like made y'all good? Because y'all was good, but then before I got there, I felt like y'all was good before I got there. But what made y'all good and how did y'all get there?
Well, me and the drummer Willie, back then we was kids. We ain't had no jobs. We ain't had nothing to do. So we practiced almost every day. And they always say practice make perfect.
Yeah.
So we used to practice every day.
Yeah.
Me and Willie. And we just hit it off. We knew each other. And we just got better and better. And like I say, and listening to y'all, and it's like we wanted to be better than y'all.
Yeah, y'all was hungry. I always said we have other tapes that we've done, and it's the one thing I said about Shady Groove. Shady Groove, the difference between Shady Groove and Ovation Band to me was the work ethics, because you practice all the time, and number two, y'all was hungry. Y'all was hungry. What about Smooth? Like, talk a little bit about Smooth, man. Y'all, the talker.
Well, he was on top of his game too with his raps. Smooth was definitely on his raps. He always came up with different raps for our songs and things like that, putting them things together.
Tony Stratford.
Tony Stratford.
Smooth man, Tony.
Yeah, Tony was nice with the raps.
Right.
But like I said, most of the people that came in, we had a lot of people. Our band was just changing back then, back and forth, because we had people come in and out of our band back then.
Right.
And
now, Paul, talk. So the Go-Go Roundtable, man, there's a lot of different people involved with the Go-Go Roundtable. One of our friends went from the area, Boo Jones. Now, Boo Jones. Now, so there is some controversy about how the name got started. Ovation. Everybody got that. Everybody got the whole thing.
Boo.
But to be honest, I thought it said Shady Groove. I said, that's a good name. So I came back with the name, right? Because I thought it was slick, right? So I actually had to convince them that it was a good name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we played at schools and here, there, at the rec centers. We never really made no noise with the initial Shady Groove. We never really made any noise. Nobody knew us but the neighborhood, right? Yeah. So when the drummer went in, we had to get another drummer. The drummer, he got, went to college, so we had to get another drummer. So the lead player was Chucky Terry at the time. Okay. Chucky said, man, I know a guy down the street on Albert Street. He played drums in his basement, and we could take the amp, because I was moving my amp all around, man. So we could take the amp there and everything. And at the time, the guy's sister was going with the eventual lead rapper for the record at the time. So he would come down there and try to tell us how to do this and that. But I ended up taking a vacation at the college. Right. And when I get back, they had a strong band. And the only original person on that record is P-Funk.
You got that?
Lord, I feel like letting P-Funk ride. You got that? Hey, P-Funk, just rise to do what you do, man. Ooh. Right on till. Let's slide, slip through the slide. Man, these lights real hot up here, y'all.
Boo did come up with the name with Shady Groove.
Okay, good.
And Boo also, I'm gonna give him his props. He gave me my name.
So your name P-Funk came from Boo.
Came from Boo.
Wow.
Came from Boo.
Everybody, how you feel tonight? Feel like moving that body. Do you feel like moving that body, y'all? Hey, everybody, how you feel tonight? Feel like moving that body. Do you feel like moving that body, y'all? Hey, everybody, how you feel tonight?
Wow.
You gotta give him his props.
You gotta give it to him, because you know what? He ain't lie. He ain't lie about that, bro.
You gotta give him his props.
P-Funk got that boogie for real, man.
Shady Groove.
Yeah, and that's cool. That's cool. So now before I got in the band, before I got with Shady Groove, coming out of Ovation Band, and everybody know the story behind that, the whole controversy around Ovation Band. But when I came so what was it like for me? Because I remember you was the one that kind of pushed me. You said, Wood, I think, man, Shady Groove would do good with you being in the band. So do you remember anything about that?
Yeah. I was telling the guys that, I thought that Wood could come in and bring the music, because we didn't have no music. Like I said, we was funky as all outdoors, but we needed some foundation in our back. We had a foundation as far as with our music, with our songs.
Right.
And Wood came in there and put things in their proper perspective, exactly where they needed to be, and put us where we needed to be. I mean, from day one when he came in.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. And it was, for me, it was easy because y'all already had the foundation, and the foundation for me was, number one, you, Willie Smith, Goodfoot, we call him Goodfoot, and Tony Stratford, who we call him Smooth Man. Y'all three was, like, to me, the core, the nucleus of what made that thing really work. But then you also had Ron on guitar.
Right.
Ron Henry. Ron Henry on guitar, right. He was funky. So,
yeah, definitely.
So you had that foundation, and y'all was already solid. And I remember coming in, Paul, and I was like, dang, these dudes is cranking. Like, they only need this, and this, but y'all was all the stuff like, that's all y'all. Right?
But like I say, as you listening, I mean, and I'm not trying to deprive nobody of nothing. If you didn't come in and put the music where it was supposed to be, you never know where we would end up, because we didn't get hardly none of the shows and things that we got until you got there. And I'll tell I'll tell it to the day I leave here that if it wasn't for you coming to Shady Groove, who knows where we would have been, because we had managers didn't know what they was doing at all, period. And we wasn't going nowhere but little mediocre little shows.
Right.
You know, you forgetting Shady Groove didn't get a chance to even think about an album until you came in.
Right.
And put us on location with the people to even think about doing the album.
Right. So now, Paul, on that note, now let's talk a little bit before we talk about the album. Let's talk about some of the shows that we did. I mean, what are the shows that you remember us doing in
Wilmer's Park?
We did Wilmer's Park.
Haywood Theater.
So let's slow it down. I remember when we did Wilmer's Park, and when we did Wilmer's Park, Smooth Man, I think he didn't come to that show. I don't know if
one of the shows he did.
He didn't come to that show for whatever reason. And this is when the album was going on. You know, this is when the album hit. And I'll never forget when we started the beginning, dun, 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 like to say, the whole audience, everybody sung the whole album. Do you remember this? From top to bottom. We went through the whole album, and we didn't need nobody to be up there rapping or nothing because they was covering the whole album. And we hit that joint about 3 a.m, I believe, if I remember it right.
Gonna show you how. Just move your feet or get out your seat. You got to listen to the sounds of the funky beat. The first thing that we like to say when you're grooving with us, we like to say, hey! To the big brother Smitty and Wood. Hey! To everybody from out of Wakefield, yo. Hey! To the sweet lady Linda and Lily. Hey! Hit me one time, fellas. Where we like to say, hey! To the big brother Shine and Tony. Hey! To the big brother Goodfoot and Bird. Hey! To everybody from the TC crew. Hey! One time, fellas. Where we like to say, hey! To the big brother people and Bird. Hey! To everybody from out of WNL. To everybody jamming up in Wakefield. To the pocket fellas. Going through for the ladies and gents at the party on the weekend, having fun, yo.
I mean, we end up being the #1 band in Virginia.
Facts.
To be honest, that people wasn't giving us our just dues in other areas like DC sometime. You know, we wasn't getting our just dues.
Hey, man, I remember we went to Cherries that one time. I always remember the Cherries.
That's what I was getting ready to talk about.
Go ahead, break it down. Break that joint down.
And me, back them days, I mean, as me now, being pushing at 60, I'm a way better person with my with how I carry it. I mean, I'm a lot more chilled than I used to be. But back then, I end up saying anything back in those days, and I never forget. Our album was up there with anybody's album.
Yeah, it was up there with Chuck doing that money. It was up there with the money, yeah.
And then we over there playing in DC Cherries. We used to start off for Essence, Class. Class, it was Class band, you know, normally be us, Class, and Essence over Cherries. And Miss Mac used to just totally just disrespect us all the time. Son, y'all not that good.
I will let you tell that Miss Mac story because you tell it better than me.
Yeah, she used to say that. And Wood used to hit me like, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Hey, so tell the story, because I can never tell it the way you tell it. When I went to Miss Mac and said, you know, was asking for some more money.
Yeah, that's what she said. Say, son, y'all not that good.
Y'all got that little album. I said, we paid our dues. Man, she went off on us, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So you remember the Kwood Theater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Williams Park.
Did we do the Kwood with Trouble? Was that Trouble? Who was that?
Yeah. No, we did Kwood with Chuck.
Okay, with Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kwood with Chuck. And then you know what's ironic about the Kwood? I told you about this. The Kwood Theater actually ended up becoming the church later on.
Mm.
And that's where I met my wife. That's crazy.
You know where we really
Harvest Church.
got our just dues that, I mean, they loved us and thought that we were celebrities. You don't even remember, do you?
I want to say Winchester, but
Evans Grill.
Evans Grill.
They used to have our own they had our own food where we could eat the food.
That's
everything.
right. That's what
I
forgot all about that.
Evans Grill.
That's right. They was showing love, man.
Yeah, they used to have a little buffet for us and everything.
Wow.
We thought we was something back then.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the album, man, because Paul, I'm just gonna put it out there, bro. Like, you know, one thing about you always been respectful for other Congo players. I ain't never heard you put nobody down. Jungle Boogie, you know, Shorty Tim, of course, Go-Go Mickey, Wiggles, all of these. What are some of the other Congo players that, you know, you just, even back then and now, that you said, man, they got it?
I mean, my favorite Congo players of all time right now today is pretty much at least 3 to 4, and that's I'm gonna always give Jungle Boogie because he was the founder with the basic beat. Any basic beat you hear somebody do with buck buck boom boom all that, that's Jungle Boogie. But the number one person to me always to the end, and he pushing 60, and that's Mickey. I don't care what nobody say, and I take my hat off to Smoke.
Smoke.
I love Sauce.
Good go. Hey, Jungle Boogie, take it on back. Take it on back now. Get it. Now, how's that been? Is that all right, Ben? Who you want to come up now? Can you hear the bass player? Good go. Now we still waiting on my man Neville and TV and all the rest of that Northwest gang now. Cause we missed y'all last night now. We missed all that crew last night now. Now we up here to party with y'all.
The big 3.
Yeah, but them my 3 right there.
Yeah, with Jungle Boogie and then respect. So let's talk about some Congo players in Alexandria in Virginia, because now, Paul, you know, respect the Wiggles, because Wiggles was kind of, to me, Wiggles was that kind of Jungle Boogie where you might have been, and you had such a distinct style, man. I can't put you with anybody, but who would you say you mimic your style after?
Nobody. I had my own style.
You had your own style. Yeah. But I'm not just telling you this because we on here now. I've told you 1,000 times. Man, you one of the funkiest. I mean, we just did we should give them the tape if I can get it. We just did a celebration, my 65th birthday celebration. And I called musicians out of the audience. And I called you up this past week, man, this past Sunday, bro. And you ain't played. When the last time you hit some congas?
6 years ago.
That bro got up on that joint, man, and everybody's hands went up, man. I'm like, bro, you still got it. You still funky.
6 years.
Yeah, you still funky. So let's talk a little bit. Let's just pivot a little bit to the album, right?
Mhm.
So in the beats of the album. So what do you remember about the process to the album and what we actually did in the studio? What are some of the things you remember?
Well, to start it off, it felt like we was in the country when Doc Arnold came on there with them flare leg pants on. And he said, "Hi, I'm Doc Arnold with them big flare leg pants and them high heel shoes."
It went crazy, man. It was a nut, man. Hey, y'all got to excuse him. Anybody from VA that know this man is he's a comedian. He's a comedian.
We couldn't stop laughing. He said, "I'm Doc Arnold from WOL, the #1 band."
Yeah.
I said,
And then, so what I remember, we was in the studio, Paul, we went in there and y'all was warming up, you and Goodfoot.
Mhm.
And the thing about Goodfoot, respect to Willie, man, Willie has some intricate beats, man. His beats, I think if you ever listen back at the album, he don't get enough credit. I'm gonna ask people to do this. When you listen to Shady Groove, go back and listen on some big speakers or headphones and isolate the drums and listen to what this man is doing. He's doing intricate beats that's, by the way, nobody has ever been able to do, like to say, hey.
No.
Nobody's ever been able to do it.
No.
Can't do it.
Because it's an offbeat.
It's an offbeat. And now here's the other part. And how he's able to do that and it not feel too busy because you holding the socket, you holding that pocket, you know.
Right.
So I remember us doing that, and I remember Shine, Dr. Shine Freeman, and I remember he was like, man, y'all like that, let's go ahead and record this. Here's a contract, they trying to get us going. CJ was in there from EU. Too Tall Steve, both of them played the horns on there along with our horn players to just build that up. White Boy Art Smoltz, who played on football, played baseball at TC, was the keyboard player. Butch Green.
Also, it was a matter of fact, Boo, I think when you did Shady Groove, I think after you left with Shady Groove, Oasis was playing.
Yeah.
Then because we did shows with Shady Groove and Ovation.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Look,
and
you may tell about that old magnet room, boy. I tell you, see, they don't know nothing
yeah,
about the magnet.
that's what I'm talking about, Magnus.
It
Yeah,
was
Madison Street. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Those were the days. And I'm just speeding right along, but the one interesting thing about Shady Groove and when they made the record per se, that was a band that consisted of one member from Ovation, which was Elwood. They had me, Ron Henry, I think Jose from Oasis. And then I think the rest of the members was from Shady Groove. We was kind of Shady Groove kind of turned into a combination of all three of the bands.
I need to know some names. Where would I say? Say my brother. Huh? Would I say? To that sound crew, y'all. Where would I say? To the big brother, miss you ain't here. To the big brother.
David Green, and then who else? We had Jose on sax, and who else was Go-Go Bird?
Go Bird, Ron
Henry, yeah. And so we had the magic, man. So I know I skipped over the Conga thing. I'm gonna come back to some VA Conga players. We'll get back there. But what happened, Paul? What happened to the band?
Egos.
Mm.
Egos.
Mm.
It was like the drummer, Smooth Man. People in the band thought that Wood was trying to take over.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And they thought you was trying to take over, and they didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted me to side with them on the situation. But the thing of it was, I wasn't gonna side with them on that. Wood just came in the band. He was trying to really basically take us to the next level. That's all. And my thing was, you gonna poop on the dude that got you to the next level. Like I said, I didn't think we was really gonna go too far anywhere without Wood until Wood came in there. That's how we did the whole album when Wood came there. So I mean, get a man some type of credit, but like I say, egos played a part in that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I'm gonna say this to that. I mean, egos on both sides, like, because at least if nothing else, I knew what I brought to the table in terms of, man, I think we can go somewhere with this. So, so I did have to push. It was a push and pull because in respect to Willie and Smooth Man, Tony, and yourself, man, y'all started this thing. So I had to understand, man. Well, I'm saying y'all.
I've been there since I was 13.
Right.
So I seen everybody come and everybody go.
Got you.
So I was there. I was there in the beginning.
Got you.
And I was there in the end.
Got you. Okay, so and then in the end, I didn't want to leave out what made us unique too, was we had singers in the band.
Yeah.
Right? So we had Steve and Reggie and Steve and Reggie, right?
Yeah, we had Steve and Reggie.
Yeah, Steve Thurman and Reggie Flood, which made Go-Go unique because it was singing in Go-Go, but I don't know if they was doing the harmonies and stuff like that these guys was doing. So it made the band unique. But I just wanted to just go back to the ego part, and I don't want to dismiss myself from that part because I had ego too. Because at some point you know where you need to go, where you want to go. And in respect to them, I probably could have did some things different, like kind of made sure that they feel secure about me and my part, because I'm coming in, where they were already there. But there was ego. Ego was definitely a part of it.
But the sad part that gets me and that still bothers me today is you look around at other bands like Essence and all the rest of them. Essence and all of them had just about more problems in their band than anybody with the drugs and alcohol and anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, Air Raid, whoever else you can think about with drugs, but you one person, whatever's going on, boom, they leave and somebody else just stepped in and they keep going. And then you look up and 40, 50 years later, Essence and them still rolling.
Right.
Us, we depart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you look around at things going on nowadays. Yeah, we heard about Shady Groove, but they wasn't out long enough to do this, to do that.
Right.
Welcome to Alexandria.
And there's nothing that we really can say about it.
Yeah, and if we could be honest about it, Shady Groove was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was it. But the band definitely had potential because we had material coming. I mean, we could have done 2 albums. Remember that? It was songs that we had that we don't even know if what the best songs was the ones we put out there because we had songs behind them songs right there, bro. Like, but I do want to tell this story because I think it's kind of unique, and this is where it got a little pushy. So when we got the recording opportunity, I'll never forget, man. I came to y'all and I said, bro, I know how this album should go. And they looked at, not everybody, but, it was a couple looked at me like, man, what you saying, man? I'm like, bro, let's do it like this. Let's start off with, hey, just the idea of, hey, we introducing ourselves. Let's move through this. And I'll never forget, man, the night before practice, for some reason, I know you've heard this where somebody said, man, a song came to me at night or a book, some ideas, a book idea, and I started writing and couldn't stop writing. That's exactly how this happened for me. And I didn't know how the album would turn out, but I knew it was divine. I know that sounds crazy, but I knew it was something different about this because it just flowed. And that's why I fought for the structure of that album. I fought for the arrangement of that album because if you listen to the album, every song goes to each song it has a smooth transition to it. It's not perfect, but it just had that thing. And so what made you think, oh man, I think this is gonna be all right? Because you backed me on this.
I mean, the way you arranged the whole thing in general that made me think, and how you lined it up, because that was a good lineup that you did, and the way we did it, that was a heck of a lineup how you did that with the intro. I mean, that was real good, and then to add on, people, the guys CJ and them from EU and all them coming in, joining in with us,
and Rob.
Yeah, Rob coming in.
Well, he's from Unity band. Rob,
He was from Unity.
Yeah,
and he added him.
Is he from our high school? He's from our high school. Yeah. Rob out of Fremont Heights. Yeah. So okay, Paul. So let's just backtrack a little bit on your influence in Virginia. Primarily, so we had other Congo players. Of course, Wiggles jumped it off. Then it was you, and then we had
Fraggle Rock
with Total Control. Okay,
Fraggle Rock. I like that little band that we used to play with out of Bailey's Crossroad.
Was it not X-Ray? Was it X-Ray?
X-Ray.
X-Ray band.
They used to come behind the mill.
Yeah,
they used to play for us. X-Ray. That was pretty good.
Yeah, X-Ray. And do you remember the band Mob Squad?
I heard about them.
Okay. Okay. But those were two of the bands and then what about like some others that came out later? So we had Scott. Wasn't there 2 Scotties that played congas? Does Scotty from Cameron Valley play conga? Big Scotty. Do you remember Big Scotty?
The one that rapped?
Did he rap? Okay. Who was he with?
Scotty that died?
Yeah.
He rapped. I forgot what band he was with, but he rapped.
Okay.
He was like a big Tony.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think I was kind of getting out of the game.
And then you got to put Into Deep.
Into Deep.
Was up there. Was in there.
Because Stan played with Into Deep.
Right. Stan played with them.
Yep. Then Scotty Thomas, who he's related to.
His sister got a kid by Jungle Boogie.
His sister got kids by Jungle Boogie, but is his sister?
She used to play with Pleasure.
That's not? Oh yeah, she's the drummer.
Right.
Nasty. Forgot about her. What's her name? She played with the drummer that played for Pleasure. Is Scotty, the Congo player's sister. Right?
Yeah, I had to think of her name.
Dang, I can't think of the name. She is a beast. Oh my Lord. She came, I can't remember what it was, but she came to our church one time. I think she came with Scotty and got on the drums. I was like, oh.
You know how I got a chance to play with her? Because Jungle Boogie had was incarcerated, and she was living in Del Rey, but she was working at Little Tavern.
Oh yeah.
That's where I met her at Little Tavern.
Okay.
Remember where that used to be open?
Yeah, on Washington.
On Washington Street.
Yeah.
And I used to go to Little Tavern all the time, and I started talking to her. And when she told me she was a drummer, I couldn't believe it. I said, "You ain't no drummer." And she invited me over her house. Come on. She was something.
Oh yeah.
And then Jungle Boogie got out, and then that's how I got a chance to meet up with him and her over there in practice.
Okay. Now, Paul, here's another thing. You lived in the old projects, and what a lot of people didn't know is that Chuck would occasionally be over in the old project, and I only knew that because of you. Do you remember when Chuck? Okay, when Chuck used to be over there in Alexandria.
Yeah,
just chilling.
Chuck was over there. Chuck used to deal with a young lady over there. Pretty Tony's wife. Pretty Tony.
Okay.
He left here all of a sudden, and then Chuck moved in. That's when Chuck was doing the song Money.
Okay, that was during that time.
That was during that time.
Okay.
And Chuck moved over there in the projects over on Columbus Street.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so many good memories of Chuck, man, and all of these bands that we played with, man. What would you say our best show was?
Probably to me, probably the Kwood Theater.
That Kwood, yeah.
Because of the system.
We came off of Trouble System.
You know what? I take it back. It wasn't Chuck. It was Trouble.
It was Trouble.
It was Trouble because we came off of their system.
Yeah, and they let us have the system that day.
Right.
Rio.
They shouldn't have done it that day.
To the sweet label Linda and Lily. Hit me one time, fellas. Where we like to say, hey. To the big brother Shine and Tony. To the big brother Griffith and Bird. To everybody from the TC crew. One time, fellas. Where we like to say, hey. To the big.
They gave it to us that day.
Yeah, he put us on the map. That's one CD I wish I could get.
Yeah, no joke, man. Yeah,
never heard that CD.
Nah, man. So Paul, I think you gave a lineup on the best, what you feel is the best Conga players, and you gave us some nice information on our shows. How would you want people to remember you as a Conga player, as an artist, as a person? Let's start with the Congas.
A down to earth, decent Congo player out of Virginia. I was a type of Congo player. I ain't never cared nothing about trying to do all that fancy stuff on the Congos. That's cool and fine. You know how to double and triple and doing all that. My main thing on the Congos was pocket beats. If you can't hold the pocket, different pockets, not the same pocket, just different pockets to different songs and things like that. That was me right there. Yeah. Every time you change songs, you got to change your beats and hold your beats. That was my main things. Doing the little fancy things here and there, that's cool. But holding the pockets in different songs, that was my thing right there. I could do that all day long.
As y'all request, a lot of our fans, we requested some of these songs.
You go to different songs and different pockets.
No, that's real, man. Well, you will always be remembered, man. So as we're coming to a close here, man, what's real cool is I get a chance, man, to do this with you, because it's, and on the Elwood VA Chronicles, man, we're going to get a lot of people in, but the fact that you represented Alexandria, Virginia, particularly Go-Go, and not only that, man, you my man, man. I mean, you're gonna be one thing I remember about you, man, back in the day, you always had my back, man. I always had your back, man. That's just the way it is, man. It's like we family, bro. We just always kept it like that, you know. We had our little, we had our little beef, not beef. We ain't really had no beef, but we
Nobody
joined.
used to see us ride around in that little egg he used to drive.
Hey, look, hey, you could give a quick one, or you give a quick little. Don't tell too much. But we, you know, we was kind of notorious for cutting some people up. So we get people in the egg.
Wood used to ride around in
I had a
cars
Honda Civic.
smaller than a Yugo.
Yeah, the Honda Civic.
We giving people rides home from practice just to crack jokes.
Man, we used to have a ball, man.
Yeah.
But bro, I just, man, on the personal, man, just, bro, you just, you know, I'm just gonna say it the way I say it, man. You made life, man, you know, just enjoyable in the sense, man, that you was funny, man. You authentically who you are. I think when it's all said and done, when me and you are gone, your people will never have to guess what you thought because you're gonna let people know what you think, right, wrong, or indifferent. But bro, you always was that dude, man. Funny, you know, bro. You really have a heart for people, man, and you just a good dude, man. And I just want to put it out there, and I'm gonna say it on the record, bro. I don't care what Congo player, how fancy they are. You one of the funkiest Congo players, period, to me. I know every time you get on the congas, and we've done this before, where I be on the mic and they'll switch up who playing conga. Then I turn around, I look, people, get back on the congas. Cause you put me where I need to be, man. And so you always had my back, man. And I just want to just thank you openly, man. Your story will forever be told. You know, your kids, your grandkids will always have something to look back on and know you was that man for real, for real.
Well, I'm just glad and honored that y'all gave me a chance to say a few words today to represent Alexandria.
Yeah.
It may look glamour-like to you because you see me ride, you dig? Snake skin down to the floor, you dig? Hat and shoes to match, diamonds on fingers and watches on arms. I'm telling you, it might look easy, baby, but you're going to have to work from to get to this static, baby. See you at the top, 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 see you at the top.